This is the 2010 AP Microeconomics FRQ for number 3. And we have a perfectly competitive market for hard candies in country alpha. In the graph, the letters correspond to points, not areas. MPC denotes marginal private cost, and MSB denotes marginal social benefit. So letter A, using the labeling on the graph, identify the area representing each of the following at the market equilibrium, the consumer surplus. So at the market equilibrium, right here, the consumer surplus would be this triangle right here. And we identify it using the P3, J, and M points. The producer surplus would be down here, the P3, P1, M. Because producer surplus is always priced down to the supply curve. Consumer surplus is always priced up to the demand curve. Letter B says, assume that the production of each unit of candy creates a negative externality equal to P5 minus P2. So that would be equal to this vertical distance right here. So that's the negative externality. So basically, the marginal social cost curve would be right there. And the quantity would be Q1, because this is where our equilibrium would be. And the letter C says, assume that the government imposes a pre-unit tax, so they're going to tax to internalize the externality, and we have to identify the consumer surplus. Well, the consumer surplus, if we taxed and this is the price, consumer surplus would be price up to the demand curve, so that would be P5, J, and K. And the deadweight loss, there would be no deadweight loss. Remember, deadweight loss always points to the under or overproduction from the socially optimal point, and we would be producing a socially optimal quantity, so there would be no deadweight loss because we've already internalized the externality. So that's the 2010 AP Micro FRQ question number 3.